Hey guys, it's Ryan G. Wright here with DoHardMoney.com, coming to you with a Just Ask Ryan question of the day. And today's question is, can you wholesale a pre-foreclosure property? If you've got a question of the day you'd like to have me answer, just type it in the comments below and I'll answer a question just like this one on if you can wholesale pre-foreclosure properties. So here's the deal. First off, what's a pre-foreclosure property? A pre-foreclosure property is a property that the bank hasn't taken back yet, but they're planning on and they're doing it. So typically the first thing if you don't make your payments on your home is you get a notice, you get a late notice. And then if you don't make your payments for a little while, you get what's called a notice of default. And then if that goes on for months longer, then you get what's called a notice of sale. The notice of default is public record, and this is something real estate investors go after and talk to people saying, hey, you're having trouble with your bank, I can probably help you. And if they have equity and they're in default with their bank, it's a good opportunity for us to go in and help somebody. Notice of sale is the same thing. The sell, they have scheduled the sell date and time. We're going to sell on this date and this time, which means it's within the next 30 to 60 days that house is going to be sold, and then it will be owned by the bank. After that, the bank actually has to go through an eviction if the people don't move out, that are the prior homeowners. Now they become tenants, and then it has to go through an eviction process. So that's kind of the method of it happens. So a pre-foreclosure is anything that happens prior to the time that the bank owns the property. And the answer to the question, the short answer is yes, you can wholesale a pre-foreclosure property. But I will be careful about one thing, and that's called a short sale. If you have a property that have a short sale has happened, meaning the bank has agreed to take less than what's owed, the homeowner has agreed to that, and they've all agreed, and you're looking to wholesale that property, you could run into some issues, because that's one of the things the banks want to make sure is they're getting a decent price on the home. Now that doesn't mean it can't happen, and if you close on the home, there may be a deed restriction the bank wants to put on a short sale property, and that could restrict you for typically up to 90 days of being able to resell that property. But as long as it's not a short sale, which there could be a couple of complications in that, anything else along the process, you could definitely wholesale through it. And even with the short sale, depending upon the requirements from the bank, and depending upon if you're taking title to the property rather than trying to do a simultaneous closing, or rather than trying to do an assignment fee. So there are some different ways to do that, but you're going to have to look at that situation by situation. But as a whole, anytime somebody is behind on those payments and you're working with them to buy that property, you get that property under contract. Now let's talk just a little bit about wholesaling. The concept of wholesaling is you do the work of finding the deal, you do the work of negotiating, you do the work of getting it under contract, and then you take that contract and you sell it to somebody else. And they're the ones that close on the property, they're the ones that get the loan, they're the ones that do the rehab, they may keep it as a rental property. So basically what you're doing is half of that transaction, you're finding a good deal, you're getting that good deal under contract, and you're selling or assigning that good deal to somebody else who then will take it over. One of the big misconceptions with wholesaling is that it's super easy. Wholesaling is easy in concept, but it actually takes a lot of work, because if you think about it, you have to get an even better deal than a fix and flipper would, because the fix and flipper still needs to make their profit margin, and you need to make a little bit of profit margin as well. So that's what you've got to look at when you're doing wholesale deals, is you've got to really find off-market deals. It's very, very difficult, if not impossible, to try and wholesale something you found off the multiple listing services, not to mention how difficult it is, especially in today's marketplace with very, very low inventories. So we've talked a little bit about what pre-foreclosure is, anytime prior to the sale happening, the notice of sale, the notice of default, and the late notice. We've talked a little bit about what wholesaling is and how to wholesale. One of the big benefits that investors like about wholesaling is the idea that it's quite a bit easier and they're only doing half the transaction. They don't have to go get a loan, they don't have to manage contractors, they don't have to do anything afterwards. So it's they make maybe a little less money, but they get it quicker, but you've got to find an even better deal. So you've got to find a strategy on finding properties consistently. So with all of that, if you have enjoyed this video, if you found value at all, please tell YouTube logarithms you like this video by hitting that thumbs up button. Hit that thumbs up button. It helps promote our channel of real estate investing, of personal finance, of wholesaling, fix and flips, hard money, whatever you've got. And if you need some help with any of those things, please come check us out over at dohardmoney.com. We have software in finding properties and valuing properties. We have software to help you called the Next Deal Blueprint that will help you find your next deal and put a marketing strategy together so that you can get it. We have software to help you analyze deals. We've got funding. We can help you with wholesales, we can help you with the BRRRR methods. You name it, we've got it here. Check us out over at dohardmoney.com. Otherwise, I hope you've really enjoyed this video. Make it a very profitable day. But before we leave, let me tell you, there's another video I think you should check out, which is how to wholesale properties out of state. This can be really popular, especially given the difficulties you may have doing deals in your own state. So check out how to wholesale properties out of state. Otherwise, have a great day and make it a profitable one.